Let's look at the damage we are seeing today. So Tesla is down $14.25. That's 3.3% down, closed at $417.41. Post-market seemed to be down further $1.6. Let's take a look at what this means on our chart. Cannot make this up. Look at this. We are stopping right smack on 415.47. 415.47. Why? Why that number? And why are we stopping here today? Why did we touch this on December 23rd? Why did we touch this on December 20th? Why did we touch this on December 13th? Why did we touch this on December 12th? This is not a coincidence, my friends. There are no coincidences in the stock market. If you see something that is being repeated, it is because there's a reason behind it. The reason is if we take this line and go to the left, let's go to the left. Let's go to the left. 415, 415, 415. Guess what? 415. What did we have at 415 in the past? We had the all-time high at the time of Tesla on Thursday, November 4th, 2021. This was the all-time high. The stock market never forgets a number. It never forgets a number. So we had the all-time high. At the time, this was worth $1,200 because this was pre-split. We splitted a 3-in-1 split occurred at some point past November 21st. So this is why. This was the all-time high. The market remembers it's no longer the all-time high. It's no longer the all-time high because we went as high as 484.13, but this is a typical behavior. This was the all-time high. We broke it, and now we are retesting it. We retested it, boom, here, and now we are retesting it again. And nobody knows if we are going to never go back lower. But if we start breaking 415.47, this is going to mean that our congestion zone that we are into this congestion zone between 415.47 and 484.13. This is where we are right now. We have a smaller congestion zone right here that I've talked about also. So this is where we are. The stock is supposed to zigzag. So far, there's no panic in itself. We are supposed to be zigzagging here. If we break 415.47, it means that we are no longer going sideways. We are starting to go down. And this is important information because if we are trading Tesla on the daily chart, if we break a congestion zone, this is the sign that we need to get out. You can get out before if you want to. Myself, I got out before because I had a lot of money on the table and I decided to take it out. But if you have not taken it out yet, if we are breaking lower and closing below 415.47, then you do what you want. This is not financial advice. It might be a good idea to get out. If you want to keep Tesla stock until 2030, that's fine. But if you are trading Tesla, even on the daily chart, we can trade a stock. We can get in when we see a buy signal like these yellow arrows. You can go in the past, look at my previous videos. November 6th, I mentioned it. December 5th, I mentioned it. December 11th, I mentioned it. You can go back. If you want to trade Tesla, you can stay in for a while. But when Tesla is showing signs that it wants to go back down, you can decide that you want to go back down. My job here is to tell you when Tesla is showing signs that it wants to continue. And my job is also to tell you the bad news when Tesla is showing us that it does not want to continue for now. Then you do your own research, you make your own decisions. Yeah, we stopped right smack on it. Let's take a look at the 1-hour chart. This is pretty clear on the 1-hour chart. First hour of the day, boom. We went down to 415.47. Then we climbed back up a little bit. And that climb back up, I always say it. When we have a climb back up without stochastic over 60, never believe it. What did happen? Climbed back up, boom, continued down. So we are very close to a break. Go back on the 1 hour chart. We are effectively into this downward channel. I don't know how this got deleted, but this is the downward channel we are in. I mentioned last week that we were also into a bullish channel, so we can have multiple patterns at the same time. So this was a bullish channel that we were in, and we were very close to breaking it. We did not know if we would be breaking this one right here, this support right here. We knew that we started coming down. The highs were coming down. The lows were still going higher. So we were basically into a triangle right here. And nobody knew what was going to happen. And now, boom, we broke our bullish channel support. We can say that Tesla is outside of this bullish channel. This is not as good a news as when a stock goes through a resistance, a red line. And because at that point, we can conclude that the stock is continuing. But now, Tesla, the bullish channel that started in November, is over. This is fact. This is fact. I'm only speaking fact. I'm not talking about what is going to happen when Tesla is going to release their production and delivery numbers. Nobody knows what those numbers are going to be, and nobody knows what is going to be the market reaction after these numbers come out. You can speculate if you want. You can speculate. I'm not preventing you from speculating. I'm showing you the trends. So the trends, so the bullish trend is over. That bullish trend is over. This bearish trend has started, but because we are stopping at 415.47, maybe the congestion zone trend is going to continue and everything is going to be good. I don't know. We are going to check it tomorrow to see if 415.47 is holding. So this is the number you need to remember. If we break it and close below, then it is going to mean that the congestion zone going sideways is no longer in effect. So Tesla is actually going down. Today, we learned that it's no longer going up. This we know. Is it going to continue going sideways for a while? Nobody knows. Unless we break below 415.47, then we are going to know it's no longer going sideways. It is going down. Place your bets. Place your bets. In terms of indicators, in terms of our technical indicators, we are losing stochastic over 60. This is never a good news because we need stochastic over 60 in order to have a move up for any stock we are looking at. So we are losing that information, and we can look at this here. We had a big move up. Look at stock over 60, over 60, over 60. Yes, if you have good eyes, you can say, here it went below 60. You're right. It touched below 60 just a little bit. Maybe this is going to happen right here. I don't know, and nobody knows. But a support line is more important than stochastic over 60. We need stochastic over 60, but when we lose it, but keep a support line, we are still good. This is why I'm telling you here, we are still good. We are still above 415.47, even though we lost stochastic over 60. Of course, this is not a good news in itself. I would have preferred stochastic to remain above 60, but sometimes we have these little glitches. So maybe we are going to get a little bit of a glitch. We'll see. Let's take a look at the rest of the market. VIX is continuing higher, so we closed at 1741, up 1.47. So when the VIX is going higher, stock market goes lower. That's a general rule. Earlier in the day, the VIX was climbing higher. It was at 2 point something. So anytime the VIX is going higher, this is not good news for the stock market. Just look at it in the morning. The VIX opens before 9:30, so you can have an idea of how the day is going to go. Things can change during the day, but you can have an idea at least on how the market is going to start the day. What is a little bit of a good news is that the bonds, which were going higher, are now going lower today. So that's the good news. When the bonds go lower, this tends to help the stock market. So we have a divergence here. So we have a higher VIX and we have a lower bond. And the VIX is more important, I would say, but we still need to keep an eye on the 10-year bonds. Let's take a look at the rest of the market, the stock indices. Stock indices, Dow Jones is down almost 1%. We have support at 42,343. And Dow Jones is still part of a big bullish channel. We are still into the bullish channel. We are close to the support, so we might be losing the support at some point. We have no stochastic over 60. This is a little bit of a concern. It's not a catastrophe yet, but there's a concern right there. SPX, same thing. We have a bullish channel right here, and we are right smack on it. We stopped on it not too long ago, December 20th. And now we are stopping on it. Are we going to bounce on it? Maybe. Maybe things are going to go back up tomorrow. I don't know, and nobody knows. But if we don't, this is going to be a concern that we could be going further down. We also have support at 58.53 on SPX. So this is the last resort support. So we need to check that also. Nasdaq pretty much the same thing. So Nasdaq was riding super high. Now it's outside of this bullish channel right here, but still above another support we have. So this is not too bad so far. Things are not looking super good. I cannot tell you that things are looking good. Stochastic is below 60 also with this one. Things could be turning around, but I'm telling you what I'm seeing. I'm just the messenger. And if we take a look briefly at the rest of our watch list, lots of red except for NVIDIA and Neo Battery Material, 1 cent up, but we are seeing a lot of red. I don't predict a catastrophe yet. When I see a catastrophe starting to happen, I'm going to tell you right now, I'm telling you, things are not looking super good. It could be because of the selling before the end of the year in order to pay for capital gains tax. Maybe this is just that. If it is just that, we are going to see on January 2nd that things are going to pick up. I don't predict the future. I'm just extrapolating the present. And if we take a look at the market as a whole, electronics, technology, this is based on the S&P 500. So look at this. S&P 500, we are seeing a lot of red. So far, we have a lot of red. A little bit of, so energy, minerals, a little bit of green, but this is not a pretty sight. Stay tuned. I do a video every single day, and we are going to see what has happened tomorrow after the close, if 415.47 held or not, and what this means. Thank you very much for watching. Thank you for liking, commenting, subscribing. If you like what I do, you can become a YouTube member. Click on my TradingView affiliate link. I'm going to wish you a great evening. We are going to talk tomorrow, and I'm going to tell you à la prochaine.